It hits so much more when somebody else is doing it too. Wahoo! It's a good bit. I mean, I'm just like really powerful men being sad is a really good bit, and if they have a funny voice that's easy to mimic, it's even better. Like sad Justin Trudeau would be a funny bit, but it's hard to do a Justin Trudeau impression because he just sounds like a guy. But people, my constituents don't like that I walked back my promises on electoral reform, and like his wife's like rubbing his back or something. Everyone's blaming me for the policies that led to rising unemployment. Like it's just not the same. It's not the same. After all the executive orders I've done, Chiblee, they're not fucking with me anymore, Chiblee. They hate me. The thing is, it's a curse. It's a curse to have so much power and to be winning so much. To be winning, so I'm sick of winning, Chiblee. I was right. I was right. I'm sick of it. The key is under the mat, Chiblee. The key is under the mat. I'm trusting you. Fuck you. Wow. You got that impression perfected? It's not really a good Trump impression, but it's a pretty good impression of a guy doing an impression of Trump. It hurts my face after a while, too. Like right here hurts, and like right here. And Ripley, Noah Hawley, we're gonna find Noah Hawley. We're gonna see Ripley. They're on episode 5. No Ripley yet. I understand the show predates the Nostromo and LV-426. But where's Ripley? Where's Sigourney? We're watching an alien show, an alien movie. We need Sigourney. She's fabulous. She's one of the best science fiction heroines of our time or any time. Something like that. They got the freaky eyeball. We love him. We love the eyeball. We miss the face hugger, but the eyeball is no face hugger, but it's good as well. It's marvelous. How's the alien show? I haven't seen it. But I know a guy who's got a lot of questions about it. Hold. How's the new Office show? We won't be watching that. Nope. We won't be watching that. Will we, folks? Anyway, how you doing, Chiblee? Chiblee, I mean this sincerely. Sincerely. I owe you a lot because watching you play Hot Shots Golf meant I didn't have to play Hot Shots Golf. And I was very excited to play Hot Shots Golf, but it did look like pure trash. So, yeah, it was like not even just like, oh, the mechanics are bad. It just looked like it had no sauce. No sauce on the damn meal. Like, I want a simple, like, 3-button golf game, but you gotta put some sauce on it. I forgot how to do this. Where's the other handhold? Is it like there? I don't think it's there. It's up and left, like here? Like straight up and then across. Ah, yeah. Whoa. You'll shoot your eye out. Okay. Ho, ho, ho. Well, if I have to do a jump back to take a shortcut, I'm just going to do this jump. Told you. Ghibli, is it true you OD'd on Kava? I don't want to embarrass you, but many people in my chat said your Kava arc is over because you drank too much of it and threw up. Yeah, man, I put it down. It's kind of like one of the all-time best overdoses. You just threw up and then quit. That's like, that's a good ending, man. I popped a blood vessel in my eye. It's puking. You know what's crazy is reaching the age where more of your vomits are from like being ill than from drinking too much. Or drinking a little too much 12 hours ago and then eating the wrong thing for breakfast. I'm definitely, like, there was like at least a 10-year long period where almost every vomit was alcohol related. At least 90%, if not 98, right? I'm trying to think. So I threw up in March. I got some kind of stomach bug in March that I'm not counting as illness because I had a weird stomach thing for half a day, threw up, and then was fine the next day. That doesn't count as a sickness, okay? I ate something wrong. I'm not burning my bubble shield on that. And then the time I threw up before that was I was on a cruise like a few years ago, and it was really rocky. And I was like, I'm going to be fine. And then I threw up in the bathroom. And then the subsequent, like the previous, I should say, like 10 times were at like a PAX. So 100% associated with alcohol, yeah. I think I'm in the only throwing up for illness era, man. Hold. 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 Nice. It's nice not being hungover. Yeah, not to be like the most annoying guy of all time. But that's a big plus for sure. That's a little technique that you can actually use on yourself. And I think this works. If you wake up after like 5 hours of sleep and you're like, oh, I'm tired, just the first thought you should have is, could be worse, could be hungover as well. And then you're gonna snap to. You're gonna be like, this ain't so bad. Hands need to be closer together. And then that's the one. Oh, we were close though. We were close. Chug some Gatorade before bed and you won't be hungover. Wow, why didn't I think of that? In like the 17 years when I drank, why didn't I think about having some water or some Gatorade before bed? All that pain and nausea, horrible sleep, diarrhea that I could have skipped. Oh, turns out Gatorade just cures it all. Who would have thought, man? That shit doesn't work. If you're a real beerhead, that doesn't work. Sorry to tell you. You might be like a Michelob Ultra tier guy, but once you start getting into those high gravity double IPAs, let me know how the Gatorade's working out for you. 5:45 in the morning when your kid runs into your bedroom and jumps on your fucking stomach. Let me see how that serves you, man. It literally works. It alleviates like 10% of it. It does not work. You have no idea what you're talking about. That's insane. Drink a glass of water is like the most insane advice I've ever heard. Of course, it's better. $75%? You have no idea what you're talking about. You're insane. I forgot. No, it's not even your fault. I forgot you're like 23. You're like, I've been doing it for years. Buddy, you're still in AAA. Come back to me. Stay, keep watching me. Keep watching and subscribing for 10 years and then come back. No? It's too late. If you could have left, you would have left by now. Now you got some attention. You're dialed in. Guys in his sophomore year of college telling me, like, just drink a Gatorade. Pro tip, I bought some Gatorade powder at the... It's cheaper than buying the bottles individually. Now I got a big tub of Gatorade powder in my dorm. Yeah, bro, so did I in 2007. You're crazy. That could have been it, man. Hold. And hold. People do buy a lot of Gatorade. Every time I'm at Costco, I'm surprised how many non-athletes are drinking that much Gatorade. God bless them, though. Takes a village or whatever. That wasn't even close. Hold. It does taste pretty good. I'm not anti-Gatorade. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And don't even, sorry, I know, I hate to do this, because I know you probably never encountered someone that will call you out sight unseen like this before. There's always one motherfucker who's like, anytime you say Gatorade tastes good, they're like, yeah, but Pocari Sweat, though. I'm sorry, I like Pocari Sweat, and on a hot-ass Tokyo day, it hits the spot. But there's Gatorades that clear it. I'm sorry to say. Hold. What was that? That was nothing. It clears all Gatorade. If they released it as a Gatorade flavor and you drank it in Ohio, you would be like, this beverage is like a 6 out of 10. But because you're on your fucking, you got your Japanese stationery and you're in a fucking Shin Yokohama station or something like that, and the train will be arriving on platform 6. Motherfucker. The vibes are doing all the heavy lifting. The drink's just sort of there. There's no extra sugar and shit. This shit has like 170 calories a bottle. What are you talking about? Japan's crazy because you'll like go to the vending machine and be like, oh, I want to have something healthy but refreshing. And then there'll be like a bottle with a bunch of vegetables on it. And you drink it and you're like, wow, this tastes so good for vegetable juice. Google Lens on the ingredients, brother. Or don't. 98% apple juice. Like a little bit of lettuce powder or spinach powder in it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Gatorade Zero is really bad. You're not wrong about that. I wish it weren't the case. I'm a big Zero head, but... Gatorade 300? Unfortunately, my aggressive, that's just Gatorade. But that's why, like, I don't know. I treat Gatorade as like a... It's almost like a medicine. Like, I think... I never stock it in my house. I only buy it if I'm out and only if I'm like insanely thirsty. Like 10 or 12 years ago, I used to run on the treadmill at the gym and then take the bus home. There was like at least 3 or 4 times I got off the bus early to stop at a convenience store and like buy and drink a Gatorade in 3 seconds. And it's when that happens, it's the greatest beverage that you've ever had in your entire life. When your body is like craving it. Always crazy to me, like, like we go to the drink fountains at like Disney World, and you see that people are like, they're getting lunch, they're getting like a cheeseburger and fries, and then they go to the drink fountain and they get a Powerade, and I'm like, if you like it, that's fine. Don't get me wrong. And there's times that it's hot. It's just a strange beverage to pair with your meal. Not this way. It's weird to have Powerade at all. Okay, beverage Jeff Mangum. How strange it is to be anything at all. Oh, that was it. What is he saying? Shit like that. You're the kind of guy to say live your life on the internet but be a bit of a puss IRL. Truth to that, for sure. I never felt that more than when my daughter had to use a bathroom. So I went into a coffee shop and ordered a coffee I didn't want in order to then be like, can I get the bathroom code? I was like, oh, fuck. If I was living my truth, I would have just walked up and been like, my daughter has to go to the bathroom. Can I get a bathroom code? Instead, I had to fucking like, I had to like tech the combo. I was like, hey, can I get a coffee? Oh, by the way, I've just realized that I came in here for a coffee. But now, independent of that, oh, before I forget, while I'm here, I might as well use the bathroom. They saw right through you. The worst part is, at first, it was like a new coffee shop too, like that opened recently. I think at first they were beaming. They were like, a customer in the coffee shop. He must have heard that our coffee's good. And then as soon as I said, can I get the bathroom code? It was like flat demeanor. They were like, he's just in here to piss. But the coffee was pretty good. I probably won't be back, but the main reason I won't be back is because that shit is in Burnaby, which I'm not in that often. And if I was, I'd probably be going to Hanam Supermarket or H Mart, so I'd be eating at one of the cafes that's in North Road Plaza. Like Black Milk Cafe or whatever it's called. Black Milk Coffee, I think. Oh, now we're talking. That's the other one that pisses me off. I'm sorry, I'm not... Japan is really nice. Korea is very nice to visit as well. When people start glazing the canned coffee, that's where I start to flip my fucking lid, man. People start to talk about the canned coffees. Best thing about the canned coffees is availability. If you ever, I mean, it's very rare in North America that you're like, I want a coffee, but I can't get it. Because there's coffee shops everywhere. Even if they aren't great, always. But the availability and the convenience is really nice. And the price. The price of the canned coffees is crazy. It's like, you know, it might cost you $1.40 or something like that for a can of coffee in Japan. Which is why, whenever I see someone drinking them in Vancouver, I'm like... That can cost you like $5.50. You could get like a really good coffee for that. Want to try your perfume? You got 3 different kinds of perfume? Okay, give me 1 second here. Chad, I forgot I was muted the whole time. You missed a beautiful moment. And now you're giving Tomo the free samples of perfume?
And he really is trying to smell it.
He's trying to smell the perfume? Yeah. Tomo, thanks for playing along, buddy. Careful on the staircase, okay? Yeah. Essential oils are bad for cats. It's okay, y'all. It's just a bottle that used to have apple juice in it. I understand your concern. Because we used to have an essential oil diffuser until I told someone one day, and they were like, oh, you know that can like kill cats, right? And I said, no shot. And then I looked it up and they were right. And then we threw that in the trash. And then like a month later, I was talking to my friend and he was like, oh yeah, we've been using our essential oil diffuser. And I was like, you know, they can kill cats, right? And he was like, shut up. And then he looked it up and he was like, oh shit. And he threw his out. The chain of helping. Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's just cats are allergic to like a lot, man. I will never, we get flowers. Sometimes people will come over and like bring flowers or like a bottle of wine or something like that. But, you know, not really that relevant to the cats for the wine. But we'll like politely take the flowers. As soon as they're gone, I'm like, put that in the trash. Every flower that has ever existed is like insanely toxic to all household pets. Like, you think flowers are just passively sort of like existing? No, man. They're like secreting all sorts of chemicals to like fight for their lives. We just kind of tank it because we're the goats. But other animals, not always, man. I will never allow flowers in my house as long as we have cats. Some cats are good for it. Like, they just won't eat it. But like, not my cats. They've been raised like too cushy. They'll eat whatever they can get their hands on. They're eating plastic. Other animals kind of bitch mode like that. I mean, we basically like, humans can tank almost anything. People will like eat glass and shit. Well, maybe like that one guy who ate the whole airplane. No, we're not. Dude, humans are so resilient. Physically, at least. Yeah, that one guy ate a hornet's nest, man. Straight shot. I mean, we're fairly vulnerable in like the whole scheme of things. Like, we're more vulnerable than like a boulder to blunt force trauma. But like, we're really good at like digesting stuff without dying for the most part. Rabies kind of OP though, but luckily that's not like, most people don't get it, I think. Most of humanity's defects, I feel, are actually like cerebral. Like rabies is a perfect example. People are more, they make the average person, no, this is just not true, I'm lying. I was gonna say the average person is more scared of rabies than heart disease. But I don't think that's true. I think most people are not thinking about rabies in their day-to-day. If they saw like a bat, they would be like, don't touch it, it might have rabies. But they also might be like going on walks and stuff to minimize their risk of having like a myocardial infarction. It's the bat! I'd be saying that for sure. Then I would be like, don't touch it, it has rabies. Yow. Guy who gets a refund, whatever. Ghibli. Quick, hit him with the fan favorite. Ghibli. It's not, what the fuck is, Ghibli, what the fuck is the point? There's no point to this shit. Out, brief candle, Ghibli. Everyone's fake as fuck, Ghibli. Everyone in Congress is fake as fuck. Don't even get me started on the House of Representatives, Ghibli. Fake bitches. Melania, she tried. Maybe I'm just too broken. Maybe there's no point. Maybe everything I touch turns to shit, Ghibli. Sit too. Just hold. Hold. So many type A chatters. What's their deal? I think people, you know how I said like doctors ain't shit because they mostly, well, they're doing good stuff, but they don't get to be called heroes because most of them are doing it for profit motive. That's kind of how I feel about type A chatters. Is like, it's a very defensible position because they can say, sorry, I was just trying to help. But I don't think they're actually trying to help. I think the motive is being the person who helps, and then they get credit for they get to go, thank you for doing that. I couldn't have done that without you. That's the way I look at it, because I'm innately distrustful of any act of generosity, I suppose. That's tough. I think I need that there. That's rough. Can I tell you and Chivley, you'll probably feel the same way. Worst kind of type A chatter, and I apologize because a lot of you are going to feel seen and judged for this. And I don't hate you for it, but I did hate you when you wrote the message. If you mention, like, at a stream that you have to go a little early today, and then you start to get within, like, 5 minutes of the time where you said you had to leave, and then chatters start to type stuff like, I'm just reminding you about your dentist appointment. That's even worse than, like, you should be grabbing the plank differently. Help me. Elaborate? Because you're like backseating, I mean, someone who's got it figured out more than you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you might say, you don't know that. But I do. I'm not saying I got it figured out more than everybody. But people who have it figured out aren't wasting their time typing, don't forget about your dentist appointment in a streamer's chat. They got shit to do. That's why they got their shit figured out, is because they didn't have their shit figured out, and then they had shit to do, so they had to figure their shit out so they could get their shit done. No! Hold. What about people announcing they're leaving stream? You distracted me. Mods, ban this chatter. 29 minutes. Okay, we're going back. I don't mind that, because one day, I don't care if it's a German bit, one day we're going to do an exit interview. One day we're going to do an exit interview, and we're going to ask them the right kind of questions, and we're going to figure out one way that they're very sensitive about their life being fucked up, whether it's work or their relationship with family or like what their hobbies are or anything like that. And we're just going to, what we're going to do is we're going to ask them a question, and they're going to answer and realize that they've revealed too much of their real personality. And then I'm just going to stop talking. And I'm going to stop talking because they're going to start over-explaining to try to blunt the impact of the vulnerability that they accidentally let slip. And I'm just going to let them keep going. And then I'm going to say, well, I got to get out of here. But that makes sense. Thanks for your time. And then we're living rent-free in their head for the rest of their lives. That could do it, man. That could be what it's all about. That's devious. What's actually going to happen? I'm going to say, what's up, dude, and have a voice crack. And they're going to go, did this dude just have a voice crack? No shot. And then everyone's going to go, ha ha. And I'm going to go, no, I didn't. No, I'm getting a little sick. Actually, you can't make fun of me. I'm getting a little sick. That's gonna be funny. I'm like a pathetic little worm, but I'm used to it, so it's kind of like I like it that way. Okay. That was pretty good. What do you mean by that? Well, you know, it's like life is a constant journey in self-improvement, or like not self-improvement like getting abs, though that could save you, but like becoming a better person, becoming a more honest and authentic person for sure. My first impulse, and this is pathetic, is whenever I make a mistake, my brain's the most well-worn pathway is to find a way immediately to say that this is not my fault. Even if it's nonsensical and there's no connection between that event and the mistake that I made. Like if this hasn't happened, but like if I bumped my car into something, I could easily see myself being like, oh, that's because I got that voicemail this morning. Can't be distracted. If I wasn't distracted by that voicemail, then I wouldn't have hit the side of my car on that parking garage. In normal conditions, I would have easily driven that, like, flawlessly. Come on. But you get older, you start to get over. I still see it in my dad a little bit. And when I see it in my dad, I see it in myself. Because when he can't find something in the kitchen, it's always my mom's fault, even though my mom always puts it where it always is. And I have exactly the same impulse. Whenever I can't find something, the first thing I think of is not... What I should think is, let's go look where it always is, but more carefully, because it's probably there. Instead, the first thing my brain does, and it's reprehensible, is goes, where'd she put it now? And then it turns out, it's always the place she always puts it, which is where it's supposed to go. That wasn't too bad. Can't relate, my roommate's always moving stuff. Okay, well, like, that's roommates. Roommates be placing stuff all over the place and not doing the dishes. Wives be putting the stuff back where it belongs. That's my experience. I don't have a big sample size, but... Roommates always be doing stuff like frying an egg, leaving 90% of the egg matter caked to the pan, putting the pan in the sink that's already full of dishes, and then putting a little water in the pan, then not washing it for 2 days because it's soaking. That's like #1 roommate tech right there. Wives don't be doing that. Wives will be like, hey, what's going on with this pan? And you're like, it's soaking. And they don't respect the soak. They're like, you should just clean it. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably true. They really don't. They're always like, if you just cleaned it right away, it would be clean. And I'm like, truth hurts, I guess. I don't really have a comeback for that one. You know what else roommates are always doing? They're always saying that we should invent a machine to solve something that's like a non-issue, something that's like an extraordinarily minor inconvenience. There should be a machine that folds your laundry. So when I pull my oh my god, I'm so sick of folding my laundry. What if I could just pull the stuff out of the dryer and put it into a machine, and then put the machine would just fold it for me, man. Hello. You got more perfume? It's a perfume case. Ooh la la. What else you got in there? Oh, who's that? Is she from Kindergarten the Musical? I don't know either, honestly. A bow, some glasses, purple dress, full set. Kindergarten outfit, full set. Yeah, nice shoes. I struck out on that one. Yo, Minecraft Steve emote though? How'd you do that? Can you do that again? Yo, that's Minecraft Steve. Someone posted, I am Steve. Who did that? That's my line. Always with the I am Steve and chicken jockey. Remember when we were driving 2 days ago and you said you thought you saw Minecraft Steve? There was a guy who looked just like Jack Black. Or it could have been Jack Black. That's true. Could have been Jack Black in Burnaby. Maybe he was going to Magic Stronghold. That's Baymax. Oh, it's a cat. Oh. Wow. Did you have lunch already? You said nya. What does that mean? To me, it's almost like you said, that was my duck. I drew that duck. To me, it's like you didn't eat lunch. Here's my prediction, okay? Mommy gave you lunch, but you didn't eat the lunch. But you know that I want you to eat lunch, but you don't want to lie. So you said, meow, which is kind of like a no, but it sounds close enough to a yes that I might not question it. How close was I? You're going to be hungry, though. You got to eat lunch. Well, Daddy's gonna be. Oh, sorry, I had to stretch. I haven't played a video game for 10 seconds, so my body thought I was done with the stream today. That was good though. I felt great. Now you're doing a stretch. Daddy's got like 20 minutes left of putting his nose to the grindstone. Any chance I could convince you to go upstairs, maybe watch some Lego Star Wars and wait for me to come up? Well, there's a problem because I don't really want to turn on my camera. I also don't really want you to pull everything out of those drawers where it's very nicely organized right now. That's kind of a kid classic, though. It's called gentle parenting. Honey, don't listen, okay? In the Okay, you can listen. In the modern day, you have to gentle parent. I know there's no camera, by the way. That's by design. But I'm going to leave the box up there. Maybe that makes no sense. I guess I could just hang on. Let me. I don't have. I haven't set up my new computer yet. I haven't set up my new computer until I get some time on Saturday. Yelling at your kids is not effective. I wasn't really yelled at as a kid. I feel like maybe that was like out of fashion by the time, my parents had me. But definitely my parents were yelled at. When you get a little older, you're like, I can see why they did it. Sometimes, like, kids grow into adults and then they say stuff like, it was so rough, man, my parents yelled at me. They leave out the part of the story, which is, what were you doing to get yelled at? I'm not saying you should have been yelled at. They probably shouldn't have done that. But it's not like, for most of you, it's not like you were just like minding your own business and they were like, hey, they probably told you like not to. The times when I most want to yell is when I'm saying something like, don't do that, you'll get electrocuted. And then she keeps trying to do it. And then I've got to be like, I've got to suppress the urge. The urge to shout, because sometimes you gotta shout as an adult to get your kids to take you seriously, instead of just like, because most of the time daddy's like, oh, could you please not do that? It would be better. It would be so much better for me. It would be so much better for me if you didn't do that. Oh, I forgot. This is like your favorite game, right? Especially when I fall. I got some bad news for you. I don't think I'm ever going to fall again. Watch this. I mean, this is not easy, too. This is some difficult stuff. Oh. Almost made it. I'm gonna go that way.
No, in there.
In there? You want me to fall down the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hurt. I'm gonna break some of my bones if I fall to the bottom.
It's a game.
This isn't a game. Daddy's at work right now.
Nice hat.
I don't get paid unless I beat this game in the next 8 minutes. And then that'll be the end of us going out for brunch. I'll tell you. Oh.
Do it again. Do it again.
I'm gonna make it.
It's hot, Dad.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what kind of hat this is? It's a crown. It looks like it's from Burger King. Have you ever? I guess you've eaten at Burger King, right?
No.
I think you might be fibbing because you definitely got chicken fries there at the Orlando airport once. I remember because the Orlando airport Burger King was the only restaurant I've ever seen in my entire life that has run out of French fries, even though that's what they sell. And then I ordered you a 10-piece chicken fry, and there were like 16 chicken fries in it. They did not care.
Thanks. And I spun you.
Okay, yes you may. Wait, let me take my phone out of my pocket. Let me take my phone out of my pocket. Dude. You know that one? You've traveled far. You must be surfing under a lucky star. You guys know this one? You're exactly where you're meant to be. You guys don't know this? Go with the flow from the Finding Nemo musical. Go with the flow. Must have missed that one. It's pretty. It's got some heat. In the big blue world. It's a hard jump, okay? Stop taunting me. Oh! That's no good. Watch this. Whee! This one's tough. Oh, hanging on by a pinky. You ever see that? You ever see him grab the chalk?
Yeah.
Oh, that's normal for someone like you. When are you gonna start streaming, honey?
Another year.
After one more year?
Yeah.
You're gonna be a 5-year-old streamer?
Yeah. 5-year-old streamer. It looks like you fell down. Looks like you fell down.
I don't even remember where I'm supposed to go from here. You know, I just fell down and lost like an hour of progress. I'm back in the sewer. This part should be easy now. Oh no! Hey, I didn't fall. I didn't fall all the way. I didn't fall all the way. 10 minutes, we can get back. 12 hours of progress.
Let's do it.
Maybe you could figure out what's Tomo meowing about so much.
He's laughing.
He's laughing at me?
Do. They're going like, yeah!
That's the second most fun part. You want to see the most fun part?
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit higher up.
Do.
You gotta admit, Daddy's getting pretty good.
Do. Yeah! No. The man in the sewers.
We go again.
The man in the sewers. The man in the sewers.
That's what they should call this game, The Man in the Sewers.
The man in the sewers.
This is what happens when you raise your kid listening to Bob Dylan. There's another man named Bello moving around mysteriously. You know that song?
in the sewer.
I didn't do it, he said. He held up his hands.
And in the sewer, the man.
I was only climbing the sewer pipes. I hope you understand.
The man in the sewer.
Hello.
In the sewer. The man in the sewer.
Do it, do it.
The man in the sewer. The man in the sewer.
I'm just gonna tell, and this is constructive criticism, okay? If you're gonna stream, you gotta come up with one more thing to say. Sometimes you gotta let the audience breathe a little bit. You can't just keep repeating the man in the stew over and over.
The man in the sewer.
Watch this. You gotta admit that was pretty cool, right?
The man in the sewer.
Now this is the most fun part. When you go leg first down this little pipe.
Yeah. The man in the
Ah.
The man in the sewer.
But you know what? You're actually a lot better than most streamers already because you respect that there should never be dead air. Even a single second of dead air is unacceptable. It's the attention economy. People will, if you're ever not talking, some percentage of people are going to click off. So even if you're going man in the sewer, beep boop a doop boop, beep boop a doop boop, you gotta say something. I'm not gonna be in the sewers for long. I'm almost out of here. I'm almost out of here. What was that? What was that? What was that? That was horrible.
The man in the sewer. The man. The
Oh
man
my
in
gosh.
the sewer. The man in the sewer. The man in the man.
We should go back to some food parodies, right? Remember when we were singing like food songs? Don't pop that. That's my journal. There's no air for me to get in. There's no space for me to join the. It's like when you're in the VC, but people won't stop talking about what they're cooking for dinner tonight. Like I got some stuff to say.
The man in the suit. 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 The man in the
Oh, come on. Hey, honey, I had a great idea for a stream. Can I tell it to you? My idea for a stream. You burped a little on that one, huh? You gave yourself the hiccups. You laughed too hard, now you got the hiccups. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bro, she's grabbing my face. While I'm trying to play the game, she's grabbing my face. Like, this is what my life is like outside of 9 to 2. And then people are like, did you see the post on r/DoorDash? And I'm like, no, bro. I'm pretending to be C3PO. I wish, man, I wish. Oh.
The man in the suit. The man in the suit. The man in
There we go.
the man in the suit. 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 The man in the suit.
I forgot how to play. I forgot what buttons do what. Elegance. That was elegance. I am gonna... When you're older, I'm gonna require so much live-in nursing. Oh man, that's the balm that's soothing me right now. Oh, I'm gonna put a serious strain on the finances of your growing family. But Dad doesn't want to leave his house. He's lived in there his whole life. We could get some help to come into the house, right? I'm gonna seriously slow down your ability to grow your retirement snowball. You're gonna be driving a used car. You're gonna be driving a used car. Hang on, I gotta nail this. I gotta nail this. But you stole that melody. The man in the sewers, the man in the sewers. That's the farmer in the dell. You can't sneak that by me, Chris Martin. I owe the dairy-o, the farmer in... Oh, sorry, I mean the man in the sewers. Farmer in the dell, you don't hear that much about these days. True. Melody like a melody. You know what I'm talking about?
The man in the suit. The man in the suit.
You should be able to play Lava Chicken on stream. I would love to counter your man in the sewers with... No, don't go get it. Don't go get it. I can't play, you're gonna get me fired. She laughed, man. Oh, well, you know what? You can't see me. I have my eyes closed. It had to be done, man. It had to be done. Well, it's 2 o'clock. Is Kate live? She should be. She should be, because our daughter's down here. Well, I'm live. This is a difficult game about climbing. Well, as soon as you start playing Lava Chicken, I have to mute the microphone.